James, I like your Halo 3 shirt.
Oh, that's epic.
Courtney, make the sound of the energy sword.
That's fucking swag.
Courtney, make it again.
Now, Courtney, give us a liminal space.
Right now.
Now, Courtney, edit someone's asshole right here.
There was doo-doo with feces thrown all over the walls. And it stunk so bad. Sex. The pedophile. The pedophile. Sex. Sex. There was doo-doo with feces thrown all over the walls. And it stunk so bad. Sex. The pedophile. The pedophile.
It's going through Dr. Disrespect's head all day.
It was truly more suspect character from a hungry old man, yo.
Welcome to Beef Boys.
Can we pay for Doplex to learn how to DJ, and then we just have like, I found these live streams on YouTube where it's just some fucking asshole in like a coffee shop in New York, like that has a DJ deck because it's fucking, you know, New York.
Yeah, it's New York.
And they just spin the ones and twos. It's chill as fuck, but I'd love
I'm
to get
DJing
Doplex on
here.
that.
I'm in a Panera Bread. Who wants to hear "Love the Way You Lie" in this Panera Bread?
I got a chart. When I was in America, I got just before they took off the menu, I got the fucking lemonade that kills you from Panera Bread. That was like one of the few things I wanted to try in America.
You just got onto the soil of America and started sprinkling down.
I got that, and then I took. We got edibles from a dispensary on the Upper West Side.
That's just
and
dumb.
We walked around fucking. So I was like hyped up on caffeine.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Let me get this straight.
Why would you make that decision?
Yes.
Because
That sounds like a
let me get this straight. You
punishment.
drank the Panera Bread lemonade that kills you due to its high
Yes.
caffeine content, and you took
Yes.
edibles.
Yeah.
That is literally like
because you want to
that's
be
like
awake
a
for the
potion to kill
edibles.
yourself.
That's like
No,
asking. That might actually kill me, honestly.
That's
Yeah.
a potion.
I know
a
someone who
really
went to the
good
hospital
time.
from a very similar concoction.
Yeah, I think
Well,
I could panic myself and do a hospital visit.
Yeah.
Well, I know that to be true.
Right,
but-
yeah.
I only had one beautiful Panera Bread juice, and I shared it with Emily.
I think you had to drink like 6 of them or something.
You have to drink.
Sure.
Well, what happened was the guy who died from it. It is pretty sad. He was.
That's
like,
still
I
like
think he was-
1/6 of dying is pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
It is funny how close we brush up against it.
It's just funny that someone managed to drink 6.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think
Why?
he was disabled. I don't think he realized.
I mean,
what was
he's
going
clearly
on, really.
not.
Like he just went. He just.
I wouldn't
he
be
just
able
kept
to do
going
that.
up.
Yeah.
What if it? Wait,
And
do you
then
mean
his
like
heart
physically
exploded.
disabled? Maybe he was trying to like regain his legs.
Yeah. Was he like in a
That,
9-1?
yeah. They come back online. For
My
one
legs
second.
back.
There's
His top half just
okay, so-
flops over.
He stands up and his heart explodes.
I do. You know, I do that for like 2 seconds before you die. Your body like just reverts to like full
To normal.
HP.
Yeah.
For once, like it lets you get one last attack off before you
Yeah.
die.
It's like what's that Call
Like
of Duty
Voltor.
perk? The Last Stand or whatever. It's
Oh
called.
yeah, last
Oh,
stand.
yeah.
Drop
Yeah.
a grenade.
There's
My
last
favorite.
stand and there's final stand.
Oh.
Very different.
My DM put me onto this, which is Dungeon Master. That's the way I said it.
No,
Sounded
you're
like a dealer,
Dominatrix.
but no, my DM put me onto this thing.
My
I think it's
dick
called
master.
Out with
It's
a
called
Bang,
Cock
Not a
Cages.
Whimper, and it's like an add-on thing, like a fan-made add-on thing for D&D. It's fucking sick. It's every time you get downed, like depending on your class, there's different things you can do to make like a last stand, just to like give your character like an epic out, and they're fucking sick too. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, what the
they're-
fuck?
They're so fitting for the characters. Like, I think the bard one is like curtain call or whatever, and it's pretty much you make like what you're like. Well, if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out.
Yeah.
Like,
I bought a
in
few.
style kind of. So
Yeah.
it just gives you like crazy buffs for one turn, and like
Right.
puts you back up to like full health for one turn and everything, and you get
Yeah,
to
I
like,
bought a
just do
few
all this crazy
magic
shit.
cards. I bought a few magic cards that had like similar strats like that. And
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was like when Sabrina and I were playing Magic like every night, and then like I fucking bought all those cards, and it just wasn't fun for her anymore because it was like
Dude, there was a funny thing about that, because we've been getting into Commander here, which has been super
Yeah.
fun, but like we're all just playing the pre-constructed like packs. They give you maybe adding in a few cards here and there, and so the balance is pretty good. But like, dude, if you wanted to, you could rock up with like the sort of deck that people would want to fight you over.
Yeah.
Like it's, there's literally.
I'm always rocking up with the kind of dick people want to fight me over.
It's too big. It's too big. Square up, mate. It's too big. Get the fuck out of me. Business.
There's a.
It's so funny though. Like
a small
buying.
penis would be funny.
That'd be so fun. That's how it should be.
Too small.
Walk in a room and the whole room turns around.
I think that's how people with small penises perceive the world, and that's why they're so angry and confrontational.
Just like a high
it sounds
person
like
in a
Don't
Waffle
Fix, you
House.
said-
They know. All of them know.
You said that was what happened when you first started playing Magic. You said your friend was like, check this out, and just like fucked you over with the most overpowered deck of all time, and was like, isn't that cool? Look at how cool the game is. And you're like, yeah, well, I don't get to fucking do anything, so no. But people, it's like, guys genuinely think that. They think like, well, if I fucking show them how powerful the cards can get, they'll love it. And meanwhile, they get to play like one thing and then get stomped down the fucking gutter.
I play.
Well, it's funny to like buy and like collect powerful cards to like go to like events and like duel people that are really into the game, but just like, you know, playing a nice 30-minute Magic the Gathering sesh with your wife before you like cuddle to sleep, and then like secretly ordering on your second laptop she doesn't know about the most overpowered card, wasting like your mortgage for that month so that you can beat the shit out of her tomorrow.
Hey, babe, I'm broke. How about a game?
Over.
Check this shit out. Yeah.
You will not make it
it's
through the
funny.
night. Shout out fucking over your wives. Am I right, fellas?
There's,
With overpowered
There's a
dicks.
Hey.
There's a website called EDH Rec, which like is for Commander or whatever. But every card literally has a saltiness meter that's like judged by the community. It's like how pissed off everyone at the table will be if you play this card, which is kind of funny.
That's
like,
kind of cool.
There are cards
like that.
There's cards that are so bullshit. It's like, hey man, you could play this, but just so you
just
know,
know.
everyone's gonna want to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I've never really been into card trading games or card games. One, for the reason that you guys said, where it's like, well, anyone that is into it will probably smack you out of existence as soon as you start doing it. But also, the only person I've ever played a card game with was I would trade Pokemon cards on the short bus with one of the special kids in elementary school. Yeah, I was on a short bus because I lived on a dead end and they couldn't fit the big bus.
Oh, okay. I thought we were getting some new jokes.
I think that's what his parents told him. Your driveway was like 5 miles long.
Bro, I would sit in the back and I would trade Pokemon cards with this kid while this other kid in front of us would just be up against the window like,
Do you have Charizard?
he's like licking the window, and I'd be like,
got into a car crash.
I'd be like trying to ignore him playing Pokemon, and we would just there was no rhyme or reason. We would just both bring our decks and just be like, hey, you have this card, I want that card, and we would just like trade it back and forth. But I found out recently that kid went to jail for raping a special student when I was in high school.
Oh. Do you feel like you had any part to play in that?
Yeah.
No, but I feel that is a honest representation of all people who play card games, and I'm glad that I'm not one of them.
It's funny because I know multiple people who are like, yeah, like they've gotten into Magic the Gathering since I've kind of like fucking pointed a gun at them and made them play it. But there's multiple who are like, yeah, I used to live with like this fucking smelly loser who would just like, you know, smoke weed and fucking play video games for 12 hours a day. And they were really into Magic, so I don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, fair enough. But
I
also,
feel like we've all known someone like
What's that meme
Yeah,
of the chairs at the Magic the Gathering tournament with the poop on the chairs or
With
whatever?
the butt crack.
yeah. Wasn't there one? Well, there's that.
There
but
is
there's
that
also
one
the
too.
Shit stains on it.
Yeah.
Wasn't there? There was one I saw the other day. I think it was from a Smash tournament or something, and there was like a puddle of piss. In one
Smash
of the chairs.
tournaments,
God.
the Smash community also has its fair share of musky,
The Smash tournaments are
musky
worse, I think,
fellas
because,
and
like,
fellettes.
There's
Right.
there's a physicality to it. There's like you have to push buttons really
have
fast
to,
and
like,
control.
move
It's stressful.
a
Whereas
certain
like
extent,
Magic,
yeah.
it's stressful, but there's no physical component involved. So I feel
Right.
like
Maybe
Magic
that's what
is
you're playing.
hopefully designed. Edge is doing.
I
like,
get
fucking
up and
backflips
just
to
what
break
the? Yeah.
Dude,
What
my
is it with, Smash Bros being like a fucking catalyst of that shit? Sorry, James.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I just want to know, because like, as someone who loves Smash Bros, like not even from like a competitive standpoint, but just like as something I played a lot as a kid and like just love the idea of the game. It kind of like the whole fucking like professional setting of it ruined the game for me. Where it's like I can't look at Smash Bros without thinking of like pedals and like smelly dudes. You know? Like why? Why'd they do that?
Don't let you're the master of your own mind, Doplex. You can change the associations.
Why did my favorite Smash player be a Ow.
Have you ever seen like the combo events that they do where it's like all the OGs like judging a bunch of people doing cool combo things like on the CPUs? It's like this really cool like freestyle challenge.
That's cool.
And all those people are normal and cool and smell good, and all the OGs judge them.
I can confirm I sniffed
there's
every
like
single
big
one
pop
of them.
offs and there's nobody's angry at anyone, and it's really cool. So there's also that side of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always
cool
really
together.
liked the pro Smash community in a way of like, I wouldn't want to be seen with them, but but
I can appreciate them from afar.
they seem like they would be
across
really
the
good.
road.
They'd be really good friends, and I'm impressed by what they can do.
Yeah.
Slave owners be like.
I'm impressed by what they can
really
do, but I never want to be seen with them.
And I could be friends with you.
Just maybe.
I told you guys one of my friends, Cum Shoes. He he went to a Yu-Gi-Oh.
Legendary shoes.
He went to a Yu-Gi-Oh convention the other day, and he's very, very offline and like boomer humor kind of like.
Yeah.
He's like a mechanic and everything, and works with dudes that are like 60 and doesn't really use social media or play many games anymore. So he's like very removed from any like cultural internet shit. But he goes to he went to this Yu-Gi-Oh convention that's like the most like internet coded fucking Twitter Tumblr fucking thing ever. And he just for fun dressed up like a Yu-Gi-Oh guy with like one of those things on his arm that like slings fucking
battle jewel disc or some shit.
I think it's like a big the thing that holds all your cards that goes around your arm.
And just the idea of him cosplaying around a bunch of people who like actually like cosplay with like their life depends on it, and he's just like in a white t-shirt with this thing, and he's like, I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh. It's so funny, and he had a lot of fun, and it seemed really cool. But I remember my other friend that went with him was telling me that like it's so like he collects the cards, and so does my other friend. But my other friend kind of like flips them and sells them and collects them for that reason. And Cum Shoes has like a big collection that's like worth a lot of money. And he went and he got it signed by stuff signed by the voice actor of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Himself.
No, yeah,
that's cool.
And
making a meme.
my friend was like, it's so funny, like he paid $100 to meet the guy and get him to sign things, and which is already kind of funny. But then my friend was like, he didn't get like a piece of memorabilia signed, he didn't get a card signed, he didn't get like one of the card cover things signed or anything. He just got like his like middle school binder that he keeps all of his fucking cards inside. That's like worth nothing to anybody because it's like this raggedy piece of shit. And I don't know why, but that's just the funniest. I was fucking dying.
Like one
at
of his
that.
rare cards,
He's like
signed
by John Yu-Gi-Oh.
He's got this piece of shit 3-ring binder. Yeah. Just
the offline nerd is not really a thing anymore. I feel like a lot of
other
nerds
intention
and
other
geeks
than
kind of followed the internet trend with
anybody
computers. So most of them are all online now, but
he's a unique fella.
The guy
anybody else
who's
would
not,
be having their Funko Pop signed, you know? not Cum Shoes.
No.
Yu-Gi-Oh's a fascinating. Like it seems to be. It doesn't look like it would be, but it's like the most normie card game.
Yeah, probably.
Everyone who's into Pokemon are like hardcore, like Twitter, Tumblr people. Everyone who's into Magic are like fucking freaks like me, like just turbo nerds. But then like the amount of people I know who are into Yu-Gi-Oh, but they're just a mechanic. Or they work on a farm or something. You know, like they're not nerdy. They just, I guess they liked Yu-Gi-Oh when they were a kid because of the cartoon.
Cum Shoes is a nerd.
Sure.
I was really big into Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid.
Let's make one
I feel like
clear.
Yu-Gi-Oh and Dragon Ball Z both, they're very nerdy things, I guess, but they also ended up appealing to a very large demographic of our generation that don't consider themselves nerds.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. You could get deep into it. You could get deep into the lore, or you could just like watch it and be like, "Oh, that was fun." I just like people punching each other, you know. So there's kind of layers of engagement to it. But Yu-Gi-Oh is always that one that makes me laugh because it's always the weirdest people I know who are into it. Like, just guys you would not expect.
Right. I will say, I feel like they do occupy the same space because as someone who's a massive Dragon Ball fan to the point where 90% of my household is covered in Dragon Ball memorabilia.
And not most only of my 6 positions are based on it.
I do be hitting.
Come on, baby, let's do the Kamehameha.
Kamehameha.
The Kamehameha.
But for Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm shocked that it's still in like the fucking is zeitgeist the right word for that? I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm shocked it's still
around somehow.
Yeah, because like Dragon Ball, like there's still new games coming out. They're just dying over there. There's still new games coming out. There's still new anime.
Drink some water.
What is there for Yu-Gi-Oh? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh's one of those ones that like went on to do, you know, like Dragon Ball kind of like, I guess they're still doing Dragon Ball, right? But it seems pretty faithful to the original and it's the same characters. Yu-Gi-Oh's one of those ones where it was like, now it's Yu-Gi-Oh! FC! And they play football while they play Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's 600 years in the future and it's a new cast of characters. And you're like, oh, okay. And it's just,
cool.
that's every new Yu-Gi-Oh! Show just seems to be like that. It's like, oh, we binned Yu-Gi-Oh! And everyone you liked. Here's just some other random cunts playing the game. I hope that'll do.
I've also recently been getting into Pokemon pretty hard again for like the first time in fucking
the trading card game or the Go.
Well, the games, you know, like the fucking I've been catching
games.
up on all I've missed, and obviously Pokemon Go, and also I've been rewatching the fucking show, the Indigo League. So it feels like I feel like that. I mean, Pokemon
I'm 12
is
again.
yeah, literally.
Things
but I
are
feel
good.
like I wouldn't feel right doing that for Yu-Gi-Oh because again, it's not like I don't remember anything about Yu-Gi-Oh outside of the fucking hot girl, the magician bitch or whatever her fucking name is.
Oh yeah,
Yugi.
they just censor all the cards of in the West. Let's talk about Pokemon Go. We're all playing Pokemon Go now.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
And we're all Pokemon going to the polls. Can I just say, I did a 180 on Pokemon Go. I did not really get it when I first played it, and now I get it.
Courtney, put my
it's
favorite
funny how
Pokemon right here.
I don't know if
favorite
It better be their favorite Pokemon, Courtney.
What is everyone's favorite
It's
Pokemon?
Turtwig.
It's Vulpix.
Drew Nemia?
I don't know if I can really say I have one because I didn't interact or interface with it as a kid.
It was a sin.
It was not actually a
It
sin,
was a monster.
Poached monster!
What is this blasphemous? Monsters don't fit in the pocket. They are in hell.
I think
And your soul.
because my parent. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that bullshit.
Well, now I'm curious.
Don't hit me with the apologetics.
Kudos, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Turtwig was my favorite. Yeah, Kudos was your favorite.
If I had to realistic, as in one I could reasonably get and use in the games, it would be
No, just your favorite.
Like
Yeah, just your favorite.
Who gives a
then
fuck?
shiny Rayquaza.
Wow, man's going for a legendary.
No, specifically the shiny one. Have you seen how fucking cool the shiny Rayquaza is?
But
No,
you're
I
just
haven't.
going out. See, I was gonna say mine is a deep emotional connection to my favorite
mine
starter
is
for my
too.
favorite game. Who that game led me to becoming friends with some of my longtime friends, like Cumshoes, who traded me a Mewtwo in that game, and my Mewtwo and my
epic.
Turtwig were my
On the short
favorite
bus.
boys.
Yeah,
And
swag.
I named him Earthquake because my favorite move was Earthquake. Then
hell yeah.
Kudos just comes in and he's like, I saw this guy and he looked the coolest.
Well, here's
you.
the thing. Here's the thing. I literally, when I was a kid, I spent, I want to say like 5, maybe 10 hours trying to catch shiny Rayquaza because the way you had to do it is you had to like, I think there was like this whole like, it was in the game with the fucking bikes. It was Ruby.
That
When
was
you had to use
Emerald with Rayquaza, right?
Yeah, and I think he was in Ruby as well. Anyway, you had to use the Muck bike, not the Aero one. It was the one that went really fast, and if you stopped it, like lost its momentum. So you had to do this like
Muck
speed
bike?
puzzle real fast without fucking up once. And I'm pretty sure you had to do that every single time you wanted to challenge him.
Oh.
I think, and then, or at least just to get to him. But every time you talked to him, there was a chance that he would be the shiny version. And as you can imagine, it was a lot of like save, fight, nope, not him, restart, redo the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do it. So I was literally like for hours and hours chasing. I just wanted this fucking shiny Rayquaza so fucking bad. And I never got it. So today it's like my white whale today. If I can get one in Pokemon Go, we're in
Imagine,
there is an
Is Rayquaza in the game, and can he be shiny?
Yep. I don't see why not.
What if we find him in America and then one of us steals it?
I think most of the legendaries you get from like raids and stuff, or from doing the big events. So I don't think you usually just find them floating around. You might be able to, but yeah. So anyway, I will. If there's a Rayquaza raid day, you know your boy's gonna be fucking out.
You know your boy's
in Melbourne.
Is it I was going past the gym earlier, and there was like a Dragonair above the gym. And I'm assuming that's like the person you fight or whatever in the gym. But I don't know. I don't know if it was like glitched for me, but it was just like a Dragonair like above the gym, and he was just going like.
Bo was spinning. Yeah.
I think
I just saw one of those.
He was doing like nothing.
No, the person above it was just like stanced up and like.
Yeah, it wasn't like cool at all. He was just like T-posing.
I was expecting James to start clapping his ass cheeks.
I was also waiting for something.
No, see, that would be fine.
Dragonair's famous ass cheeks.
Yeah.
I think if it's not a raid, it's just like whatever Pokemon whichever player put there to defend it. But if it is a raid, then it'll have. Honestly, still learning. Not 100% sure how you differentiate between when a gym is in raid mode or in gym mode. Right. But it was definitely one of the. If you tapped on it, it would tell you it was just players chilling.
Tap. Smack.
Fun game though. I get it
fun.
Now. And it's kind of fixed the main problem I have with Pokemon, which is that the battle system's fucking boring. And even though the system in this is super dumbed down and there's like very little strategy, I like it. Just flows a lot nicer to me.
They made it more like mobile game, like.
No, yeah. Like for Pokemon Go, it's good, but you like the Pokemon Go stuff better than the actual Pokemon game fighting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's like way more strategic to me. I like it.
No, it is. But my problem with the games is the pace of it is fucking ass. Like it's so slow and clunky.
Do you not like turn-based like strategy?
No, I do.
Combat?
No, one of my favorite games is is Golden Sun: The Lost Age, and I really like turn-based RPGs on like couches and shit. But I don't know. The way Pokemon worked, it always, especially like. I never got into like the competitive aspect because I'm not that crazy. But like just playing the games from start to finish, normally getting to the Elite Four. Literally the game is just rock, paper, scissors. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Once you learn like, fire's weak to water, put out your water Pokemon, make him do the one move he does that does a fuckload of water damage. Right. That's the whole strategy. Like I never found myself doing the like, use the move that buffs your attack, use the move that does this or that. Like every single fight can be won by just leveling up like 6 Pokemon that have a good spread
and just
of like weaknesses and of strengths, and then just knowing who to counter with.
I will say
that's kind of the pitfall of Pokemon in general. Like that's why the show to me was always stupid, because it was like, well, why the fuck is this dude bringing Pikachu in? Why is Pikachu going in when he's fighting fucking a big rock? Like you shouldn't have entered the competition.
I will say kudos. Yeah, I will say kudos. That's a thing that's pretty prevalent in like the newer games, because I recently went back and I replayed through Omega Ruby, which is the remake of Ruby. It's like, dude, that is like legitimately like the fucking greatest Pokemon experience I've had in so long.
Really?
And granted, that game is like fucking, I don't know, 11 years old.
Ruby was like
my
favorite when I was a kid.
I think it's more than that. Ruby and Sapphire, aren't they like 15 years?
No. Omega Ruby. Omega Ruby and Alpha
Is that
Sapphire.
not Ruby and Sapphire?
They're the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Ruby and Sapphire, those are my favorite Pokemon games.
Ruby and Sapphire, Diamond and Pearl were the golden age.
Yeah.
I think Diamond and Pearl's where I stopped. That was
me too.
Diamond and Pearl was my favorite one by a long shot.
Yeah.
I picked up Pokemon Y when I was at university, and I was like, this game's not for me anymore.
Yeah, I tried like Pokemon White 2. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers white.
And then you play Pokemon Black, you're like, wait a second.
White as hell.
Pokemon is woke. Anyway, maybe we should move on from Pokemon, because I feel that Andrew has
Pokemon.
His godliness isn't
don't worry, gentlemen. I'm protected. My soul is safe. I'm going to heaven.
That you know.
You think there's a Poke Heaven and a Poke Hell?
Absolutely.
Pokemon simply cease to exist.
And Lickitung is going straight to hell.
Psyduck goes to hell for sure.
Yeah, that too.
Sure. There definitely are evil Pokemon. I just haven't figured them out yet.
Wait, actually, there's fucking Lavender Town where all the Pokemon, it's like doo, doo,
Dude,
and, like,
that
the
was like the original YouTube video essay. The shit about Lavender Town.
side of Pokemon Lavender Town.
I remember watching so much Lavender Town shit when me and my friends were playing Ascension on Black Ops 1 Zombies in like 2012. Just like through middle school, the Lavender Town theme song would like genuinely terrify me.
Yeah.
It is unnerving. Isn't there some thing as well where like you have to get on a cruise ship before or after going to Lavender Town, somewhere around there, and you fight your rival on it, and he has like a Eradicate, I think, and you obviously beat him to like progress through the game. But then you never see his Eradicate for the rest of the game, but like every other Pokemon he would like use would just get added to his team, So the fan theory is that because you like downed his Pokemon while he was on a cruise ship, he wasn't able to get like He wasn't able to get care for it. So it
that's
dies,
fucking
and then
depressing
he has
as
to
shit.
bury it in Lavender Town.
He has to do an Osama bin Laden burial at sea for his fucking Magnum Tate.
It's like that Saddam Hussein meme where it shows his little like outline, with a little Eradicate.
Can somebody remake that Osama bin Laden "We Got Him" T-shirt? But with Eradicate on it.
Yeah.
Fucking
they should have killed Osama bin Laden by fucking flinging him against a building and being like, well, if this is what you wanted so bad.
Yeah, come up to a giant slingshot.
Yeah, like how you knock out a mouse to feed it to a snake. Like, they just grab him by his ankles and just go, Waka!
Maybe that's
like
why
Roman soldiers with the babies.
Maybe that's why The Rock and John Cena were the first ones to break the news. They were like, all right, we'll both come with SEAL Team 6 and slam his brain against a building really hard. But you gotta let us announce it on WWE.
You gotta. And Obama was like,
SEAL Team 6, okay. SEAL Team 6 like breaching the fucking compound, like confirm there's no fucking hostiles, and they're like, get in there, and fucking The Rock runs in and full fucking like WWE get up and suplexes Osama bin Laden over a table.
Osama bin Laden's like, oh, like the SEAL Team 6 walks in, he's like, oh, finally, and he like puts his gun to the head. And then the camera fucking pans out, and they pull the gun back, and he looks up, and his eyes go wide, and he looks, and it's fucking John Cena and The Rock are screaming at him. No! Shoot me!
John Cena's just like, boobies.
He looks back, and there's a case hanging from the ceiling.
Bernie Sanders is cashing in his money in the bank.
His whole
a cage drops
his
around
whole building falls apart, and he's in one big Thunderdome.
Ladies and
Hell in
gentlemen,
a Cell match.
Yeah,
Osama bin Laden.
Dude, imagine we
outside.
captured Osama bin Laden and made him wrestle the entire WWE roster until he died on live TV.
that would have been so much better. I think everybody would have felt better
round-robin
about
Hell in a
9/11.
Cell.
Yeah,
That would have been fucking awesome.
I don't think anybody would care about 9/11 anymore. It'd be like, we should bring back. We got the guy, so.
It'd have been
we
worth
should bring back like the fucking Roman what do you call that in the stadium?
Gladiator.
And like like gladiator shit where like everybody like gathers around and like the
Colosseum.
get mauled by a lion or something.
Dude, I'd go to the
that'd be
fucking
epic.
Coliseum every day if that shit was open.
Yeah,
That would be the most swag stuff ever.
They give Osama bin Laden like a sandal or something, and then George Bush comes out with like an RPG. He's like, throw a sandal at me now.
George Bush flies a 747 into him. Yeah, not so funny when it's happening to you, is it?
That's his
The
final
great Khali
smash.
walks out and he picks Osama bin Laden up by the skull and squeezes it until his head fucking blows up.
His eyeballs pop out.
Except it isn't fake this time; it's real.
Not so fun.
So that's how we'd solve the crisis in the Middle East. Next question.
Yeah, that's why we like Pokemon Go.
Osama bin Laden's like in his fucking. He's in his little bunker, his underground bunker, and he's like, "Oh, there's no Pokestops near me."
That's how he got caught.
Yeah, maybe we'll just go up the road.
He ventured out to his nearest 7-Eleven to fucking spin the Poke wheel.
I really need some
got
revives.
It's that
Well, I guess I'll go.
the diagram of Osama bin Laden in his bunker. That that diagram of him.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of Pokemon just outside of his little bubble.
Yeah, they can't quite get to them. They realize it's him
Grimer
because
down
he
the
keeps
road.
putting lures on the fucking Pokestop next to his bunker, and they just see his name on it. Osama bin here.
Yeah. I used my incense, so I have to walk. Well, I guess I'll take a little stroll.
I guess so.
Oh, just around the block should be
Oh
fine.
no, it's Team Rocket, and it's this fucking SEAL Team 6 Black Hawk.
Our stomach gets launched into the sky.
Oh no, they have a Charizard.
Blasting up again.
And then he lands in the sea, and that's what happened.
So that's how we got
Team
Osama
6
bin
came
Laden.
in, if SEAL Team 6 came in and they had a little fucking romp like Team Rocket does, you know, like the Jesse and James little back and forth cipher, what would theirs be?
What? Prepare to be sealed.
And make it 6.
That's good stuff. I like that.
That was great. That was good.
Great riff.
That was
Hell
good.
yeah.
Done it.
What if they all had to just like do the seal like art bark thing, like the arr!
We're here to seal the deal.
Udong.
We're just gonna keep
Udon.
let's
That's how
keep
they
this bit
communicate.
going.
Yeah.
You know, they called it. They called SEAL Team 6 because this is true. They called them SEAL Team 6 because they wanted like other countries to think there was 5 other teams at that level of like,
Is that why?
you know. Yeah, or to be like, we don't just have one elite
not
team
alone.
of guys who
We've
can
got
fucking
5
swoop in and
others.
shoot us unbelievable. We've got 5 more at
That's
least.
fucked because they tricked their own countrymen like me. Because
Yeah.
I did
You
think that
got-
there was 5 other elite
I also
teams
thought-
How come you
protecting
didn't
my
hear SEAL
nation.
SEAL Team 2?
SEAL
I
Team
feel
is
so
one
much-
of 5 just putting up dog shit
I
numbers
feel so
over
much
the
less
years.
safe as an American citizen now, knowing there's only one
They
SEAL
lied to
team.
you.
There's only
Yeah.
one.
No, what if?
That's
What
how
are they gonna
that's
protect?
how Andre
Where's our
that's how Andre
budget going
3000
to?
got so big. That's how Andre 3000 got so big. They thought there
Yeah,
was
but was waiting for the other
2,999.
Like, damn.
What
You're,
if?
out of 3,000, you're pretty fucking good.
What if SEAL Team like 1 through 5 do exist, like just so they can say they do, but they just give them like they don't put them to anything, and they're just full of
Yeah.
absolute losers, like guys who thought like I'm gonna be in
Mongoloids.
SEAL Team 6. They're like, oh no, just put them in SEAL Team 2. That'll placate them. That'll keep them
Yeah.
quiet.
SEAL Team 5.
Yeah, my name's
Can we get
Joe.
a cleanup
I'm in-
down in the barracks area?
Yeah, they just get
In the
they just
mess
get
hall.
bullied by SEAL Team 6.
It's those guys who like either got rejected from the army or are too pussy to sign up, but they still like want to pretend like they are. So they, you know,
Yeah,
the
they
guys
still
who
want
get,
their
like,
Dodge
they're like
Charger.
real buff, but they're wearing like army gear, but like unofficial stuff. They buy all the
Right.
stuff that's called like tactical baby wipes and shit. Like it's one of those losers, you know. See, I'm in SEAL Team 2.
Wiped.
Yeah, we had an incident down at the mall today. There were some teenagers loitering,
stop to it
so
real quick.
we went in there and extracted
killed
the
him.
problem. I killed him
killed
with
them.
impunity.
They'd be using fucking gunpowder scented Axe body spray.
Yo, that would go fucking
That'd be
hard.
good.
That would go kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. That would go.
Somebody
That'd be
invent
dangerous.
gunpowder axe
Yeah.
body spray.
Somebody invent
Yeah.
women.
Please.
Somebody invent SEAL Team
Please.
7.
Adam in the garden. be
Yeah,
like,
Adam to God be like,
I'm sick of fucking this tree.
invent women.
Make boobies.
If I
That's-
get one
that's
more
really
penis
what-
splinter.
That's really what the whole snake thing was about. The snake in the garden, God telling him Adam not to fuck with the snake no more is because he used to fuck the snake.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, you got
Yeah.
Eve now. No more fucking snakes. That's not cool. And then he fucked the
The
snake.
cock
But
sleeve,
I like
the snake
it.
cock sleeve. Isn't that
Eve-
picture I seen yesterday?
What is he
Tell
from
me.
Louisiana? But God, I like it.
Adam might have had a Louisiana accent. You don't know.
That's
Garden of
true,
Eden
yeah.
hasn't been found.
I picture him as a Greek Adonis.
That's
That
what I
makes
imagine
sense.
too.
Yeah.
Just. Well, but what would that sound like? Hey, I'm Adam. Or what if he just
Hey,
randomly
Eve.
sounded like Chris Griffin?
Don't-
He's like,
Instead of
Don't eat the apple.
What if you sound like Chris Chan?
oh my god,
dude, Adam was definitely Chris Chan coded.
no, Chris Griffin.
Chris Chan could never resist the fucking apple of Eden. He'd eat that
Maybe
shit.
I'll just have a little bite of that.
He won't know. Take the skin off, bite it, and put it back.
Do you
Maybe I'll make a
realize
woman,
if you
but
eat
I'll
that
also make
apple,
my
that you will
mother.
know the difference between
That's
good
the-
and evil? Do you
That's the snake.
realize?
Do you?
The snake
Let me
and the
tell you
trolls.
something. Yeah,
Yeah, the
if
snake
God
and the
were to come
trolls.
down here and see me fucking see you fucking your mother.
Chris, if you don't eat the apple, I'm not giving your PlayStation back.
Do you really? You're gonna have to leave the garden forever?
Apple.
Yeah, he's like face fucking the apple. I am an apple. I like apple.
Do you guys know how they left
God
the
is
garden?
just like,
Did you ever hear that part of the story?
PlayStation plugged into a tree.
God has a gun.
What?
how'd they leave the garden?
Had they left the garden? Did you guys? I'm curious, like the general knowledge
I thought you said
of Adam and Eve in the garden.
No.
Please, educate. I mean, can we do a little Father Andrew segment? Let's go to the bathroom.
Is the Garden of Eden on Earth or is it in fucking the
So,
dimension or something?
depending on who you ask, if you the Christian scholars believe it's
Which are
located. I mean, it's kind of where a lot of people think early civilization started with Mesopotamia, somewhere in there, somewhere in Iraq
Sure.
potentially.
Making a Mesopotamia.
What is current day
man.
Iraq? Anyway, so after Eve eats the apple, because the snake told her to, she convinces Adam to. Adam's like, okay, we did it. Fucking women. God comes down.
The downfall of us all.
And he's like, y'all ate the apples, didn't you? And they're like,
Oh my god.
oh my god. And then Adam's like, this bitch you gave
Do
me
you realize?
convinced me to eat the apple. And God was like, man, shut up. You can't cop out like that. So he kicks him out of the garden, and an angel comes down and sticks a flaming sword into the entrance of the garden, and they weren't ever allowed back in.
That's some Elden Ring
And
shit.
then it just
That is some
it
Elden
just
Ring shit.
fades from existence
Put these
as the
foolish
Bible
ambitions
continues.
to
Like it
rest.
doesn't get brought up ever again. That shit's just gone.
So-
Neither is
upped
the
away.
flaming sword.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine
like,
if there's still just a flaming sword somewhere in the middle of fucking Iraq.
The flame sword of Christianity.
Iraq.
Where did Adam
Yeah,
and
are there
Eve
even
go?
gardens in Iraq? Like, isn't Iraq just one big brown?
So we just want to end there.
It's
Dude, that's like something my grandma would say.
It's funny that I know exactly what you mean, but the way you said that was...
Dude, Iraq and like Pakistan and stuff have like beautiful, lush, fucking jungles and waterfalls and fucking forests, just like anywhere else.
Dude,
They also have a lot of sand.
Every country has like everything pretty much. Like not
Yeah.
everything, obviously. We don't have ice in
Liar.
Australia, but like,
Right.
but you know,
Does
like,
the
every-
UK have a desert?
Possibly New Zealand has one.
Yeah,
That
but New
makes
Zealand's
sense.
cool.
Yeah, New Zealand's cool. I
True.
feel like, yeah,
That is
New
true.
Zealand is like an Elden Ring
nah,
map.
I forgot.
Well, but when I say desert, it's not like, you know, Arabian fucking yellow sands.
Right, yeah.
James looks like he's in a flashback.
I'm showing Doplex.
Wait, James, pretend you're playing CSGO and you get flashback. You can go to that tab for 1 second.
Hold on.
That's me getting
So bright.
When he does that, can you put like cum stains on his face like he's having a blue light shining?
and could you put the fucking flashbang sound effects?
Anyway, that's yeah. So I think James asked what happened to
That's
Adam
the
and
true
Eve.
story of Adam and Eve.
They had
I
the
don't care
sons
anymore.
Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. That
Wait,
also
who's
sucked.
Abel?
That's
Abel?
what happens when you have incest.
Abel was the second son of Adam and Eve, and
And
Cain.
his third son was disabled.
Black guy, son.
And anyway, and that's how the world started. So
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
who wants to go first?
John,
Okay.
John, I didn't actually pick a question. I looked through a bunch and I wasn't sure which one to pick.
I
so.
too have not had time to pick one, but while you're,
Actually,
while
I
you're
ended up
going,
just
James,
answering
I
one
will
in
look.
the.
Now
I
no
just
one's
ended
gonna
up
pay
answering
attention
one.
to my question. You're being hunted in the woods at night by an unknown cryptid. Choose your loadout.
Mm.
I
For audio listeners-
pondered this for like 45 minutes the other night.
Would you like to transcribe?
Yeah,
this
for audio listeners, there's 5 options. Option A, it's like a AK-47 with like a bunch of tactical gear and like night vision goggles and a Glock.
As if
and
you were in
shit.
SEAL Team 2.
Loadout B, 5 of your adult male friends and relatives and a bunch of nooses, pitchforks, bats, and torches.
So very primitive, but you get 5 friends.
Option
Yeah.
C, 2 of the hardest white boys you
Two
know.
yeah.
two of the gayest white boys you know, also known as priests, and they got holy water lanterns and Jesus Christ. Option D,
Himself.
yeah,
a
you
pit
do
bull, a
actually get
German
Jesus with you.
Shepherd, and some kind of terrier. And you get a flintlock pistol, and like, or a shotgun pistol.
I think that's a
and a
shotty.
and
Yeah, it
a
looks like
shotgun
a-
belt loop and a flashlight.
It's like a bandoiler. or whatever they're
A
called.
bandolier.
A bandolier.
I like bandolier.
Option E, you get the fucking guy from like the Chad memes who's like big and jacked.
Can you feel my heart?
Yeah. Yeah. And then you get with him you get Viagra, bath salts, Jack Daniels, lube, bricks, and a wand, I think.
And Vaseline.
I think it's just a really good It's just a good club.
Yeah. I put the image on here too for video listeners, video seers.
So while you guys ponder, I'm thinking personally, the most effective would be D, I think. Nothing like three dogs that like love you to defend you. Yeah. I wouldn't feel safer with anything else other than D. I get some kind of weapon, and then I have 3 dogs to basically lay their lives down for me, and a flashlight and a light source. But I personally, what would make me the most comfortable, and what I would want if I were to die or if I were to tell the tale, is B.
C.
And I would have like you guys and like 2 of my buddies like Jerry and Mike or something. And we just ride it out. If we die, we die together, and if we don't, it'd be like, it's funny.
Yeah, I feel like
it is pretty funny.
Choosing option B would be like fucking like Until Dawn or like The Quarry type beat, where it's like like a slasher movie.
Well,
where like
also,
some of us will die, but some of us will survive.
But there's
don't underestimate the power of having 5 extra brains, human brains you can work with too. Like,
True.
Unfortunately, the dogs wouldn't have much to contribute in the way of strategy. But if you had 6 dudes, including you can come up with all sorts of goofy plans, even if you didn't have the best weapons and stuff. So
I mean, you got some rope there, so what can't 5 fellas or 6 fellas and some rope not get done?
Everyone just starts fucking jerking off and strangling themselves.
Hell yeah.
6 men accidentally died in the woods yesterday.
Well, if we're going out, we're going out.
I feel like option A is like, I mean, you're dressed like fucking Hunk from Resident Evil, which I feel like you have a higher chance of, because I feel like if you're wearing this shit, chances are you know how to use it. You know what I mean? You're experienced.
I feel like this is you get teleported to the woods as you are now, but you just have that. Yeah. Right. So
I feel like option A is the 4chan kid that really likes guns, who thinks he's really tough, and then he would just he would sit down and shoot himself under the chin from getting too scared.
I'm gonna be honest. I think these are legitimately, if you break them down, all stereotypes from horror movies, and all of them except B die. Like A is the guy that's like, I'm gonna go fuck it up, man.
I think you're right.
C, religious guy. It's the devil. Dead. D, random weird guy who shows up with a dog near the second act of the movie. Dead. E, horny guy. They die in the prologue of the movie. They're like the
the second one to die. They're like the second last one to die.
D never has 3 dogs though, and none of them are a jacked pit bull named Hulk.
That is true.
Is that?
I mean, that's true.
But I do agree with you.
So I'm going
B. Would be like the main
work
character.
In like there's like one specific cryptid where C would be like broken, overpowered. Every other one you'd die faster than anyone else.
I would only use C on Inferno.
Yeah, I was gonna say C depends on what kind of cryptid it is. I recently watched fucking The Mist. Is that what it's called? Stephen King.
Yeah, The Mist slaps.
Where everyone loses where everyone smokes crack.
Dude, can I just say the ending of that movie is very depressing, and like that is like the least happy movie I've seen in a long time.
Really quick, my high school girlfriend and me watched that movie, and she was like, spoilers. All right, pause.
If you haven't seen Mist.
We're like 25-year-old movie, but she was like, why don't just leave the fucking kid? Like, you're gonna die. Just leave. And I was like, that's your child. What do you mean?
You just leave the kid.
Is that when you realize she would not be a fit mother?
Well, yeah, we like got
proper maternal instincts. I can't.
We kind of got into an argument over it because I was just like questioning everything I knew about her when she's just like, bro, you're gonna die. Just leave the kid. It's fucking dead. I was like, that is your baby. What do you mean?
That is your infant son.
Yeah. But fun fact, but that movie, the ending of that movie is terribly depressing, but it's a really cool movie. Yeah. It's one of the only successful Who's that guy?
Stephen
H.P.
King?
Lovecraft. It's like one of the only.
Oh.
It's one of the only like Lovecraftian films that really slaps. Like
Yeah.
Out of the Color. What's that movie I like? Andrew?
Color Out of Space.
Color Out of Space. Because it plays with the idea of like, well, you just really don't know what's happening the whole time, but that's scarier than knowing it's like a big alien.
Yeah. And every time a
Exactly.
movie
But it's hard
tries
to
to
do
do that,
that.
like a AAA one, they always are like, I don't know if it's studio pressure or whatever, but they're like, no, we must show the big alien.
Yeah, exactly.
All suspense.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Did any of you watch Long Legs? Speaking of horror movies, it just came out.
No, I kept seeing that, and I
I've
was
heard it's
confused
good.
why it was
Shit
trending.
sucked.
I didn't even know it was a movie until it was already.
Courtney
Yeah,
said
I
it
heard
was
it was
okay.
bad.
Me and Courtney have differing opinions on movies a lot, so obviously take mine with a grain of salt. If it interests you, go watch it. It was a
I like good
here's
movies.
what I'll
Courtney
say.
likes bad movies.
Well-made
So-
movie. It's not for me. I think the genre just isn't for me because the way the third act plays out, I was just like, yeah, okay. But that's just me.
Sure.
Maybe other people, if you like the horror genre a little more,
If you like
might
long
fuck
legs.
it. If you love long legs,
How long are the legs?
not that
This is a
long,
movie about
honestly.
What's that other
Let's-
horror movie
let's
that's
also
about to
make
come
a
out
cage.
that everyone's bussing on?
Is it the Childish Gambino movie? Because I am actually really hype on that.
I don't think
The
so.
fucking the Bando or whatever it's called.
No, I don't know. I
don't
don't
think
remember.
I even
but
know
every
what that
horror
is.
movie I've seen being hyped up recently is doing the trope of like 2011 Paranormal Activity, where it's like, critics are saying that people shit themselves and cried and threw themselves at walls in the theater
We've
while
had
watching
6 deaths in the theaters alone.
Sunday at the
just a bunch of
Sundance
kids
Film Festival. People,
Beating
a
the
cult
shit out of their
committed
grandma.
communal suicide from watching the
And
film.
it cuts to like fucking night vision footage of like the audience being like, oh.
Yeah.
What if it cuts to night vision footage of just some guy getting fucking abs
Just
cranked
domed
in the
up.
back row? just some, like,
Yeah.
just a
One
woman
of those
very
has
clearly sitting
one
next
of
to him
those has
doing
caught
this.
that 100%.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like
yeah.
they didn't use it obviously, but
Yeah.
or maybe they have. If
That's
someone
how,
could
The
that's
edit-
how
the
Lauren
editor's like,
Bobber
hey,
got
Johnny,
caught.
look at this.
the editor has
That's how-
definitely caught someone doing that.
That is
That's how
how
Lauren Bobber got caught giving the dude the little handy
Giving
job.
him some
That's
bobbert.
right.
She was watching Jackass.
Bobbing on his bobber.
True.
Yeah, she bob on my bobbert till I bobbert.
until I Lauren.
Till I
Wait, so
Lauren.
what? So Andrew picks B2. Kudos picks B.
No, just B.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
I'm thinking either B or C. I was gonna give a rundown of all of them, but I mean my honest opinion is probably B, or because like I'm thinking like a movie like The Mist, right? Like, the main character is very much E, where he's just like the over testosterone man who's just like
Over-tested.
over tested.
I take one too many tests in my
test me, bro.
goddamn
I'm
life.
over-
I'm
Prepare.
over tested.
I'm too tested
I
right
can't
now,
take
bro.
it
Don't
no
fucking
more.
try me.
Can't you see I'm a good-looking white dude with pecs? I feel like that's E. But I mean, honestly, like the idea of D sounds cool because it's like I'm out here
Yeah,
in
but
the
you like the
country
idea
with
of
my
D.
dogs. I do like the idea.
With my dog.
But honestly, I gotta go B. I like the idea of it like a little fucking buddy horror movie. you
Yeah,
know?
at least it'll be
Yeah,
fun
that's
before
epic.
we all die, and like,
Yeah.
well, you die in a way where it's like, well, I'm not the only one suffering alone.
exactly.
At least my
Yeah.
boys are also
yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
At least I'm
ups your
bringing everyone
courage.
down.
I don't have to think
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
the
it
fact
definitely
that my
levels the
friends will be
courage, though.
sad without me
Yeah.
because they'll be with
Yeah,
me.
exactly. They'll also be
Yeah,
dead.
exactly. Yeah. Who
Who's
asked this question, by the way?
Gay
I
Stevens.
actually don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a Discord
The
Yeah, I was
weed
gonna say.
whacker guy.
Weed Whacker.
Thank
guy.
you.
He's one of our
Weed Whacker.
patrons.
Weed
Shout out.
Shout out Weed
Shout
Whacker
out.
guy. I think that's hold on.
Weediest
'cause I think-
whacker is.
I was trying to
I think
find
they
their
just-
name, but it's
here it
dot
is.
right now because they got.
Oh, it's Distracted Freak.
enabled.
It's distracting.
Oh, I'm
Freak.
streamer mode.
Oh, okay, so Gay Stevens, dipshit McFuckery.
Who's got the next one?
Who's got? I have 3 I can do if nobody else has one right now.
I
You
have
can take
one.
one of mine.
I have one. I just gotta find it. I gotta.
All right, Andrew Doplex Andrew.
Actually, legit question. This is from me Malicious. I'm designing
Okay.
my own homebrew beer project for the BeefBoys TM. What kind of beer should it be and why? I'm thinking of making a beer called BeefBoys Best Bitter. All options are available except
that's
lagers and
cool.
sours. No temp
The
control.
quadruple B.
Now we're fucking
those are-
talking.
So
about-
I figured
quadruple
you guys would
B brew.
like this. I'm if you're serious, dude. I'd
like
love
that
to
a
have
lot.
a beer named
please
after.
ship us some so we
Yeah.
can drink it.
Yeah.
When we're
Yes.
in America. When I'm in America,
Yes.
I wanted.
So what are we thinking? I
I was going
haven't.
to suggest lager, so I'm fucked. But I do.
I
like
was gonna
other
say
beers
I was
too.
gonna say like peanut butter IPA type beat.
Hey,
Just
peanut
make
butter beer is
peanut butter
good. I don't know about an
instead.
IPA, but
Yeah, I think
I've
the only
had peanut butter beer. It's not bad.
Yeah, I've never had peanut butter beer, but I've had peanut butter IPA, and it was like way too dark. But I really like the idea of a peanut butter beer.
I just
So,
don't think it goes with an IPA. I had a peanut
Could you
butter
ma-
stout, I think, and that
Oh, okay, yeah. I
worked
think
a
that's-
lot
Could
better.
you find a? Could you
Yeah.
make a beer that goes well with Monster Energy, so we can make a Gonster
That's
that like
fucking
one you'd actually
sickening.
want to drink?
We
Yeah,
remake the
exactly.
Panera
Something that would
lemonade.
actually be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I haven't
I was just going to say it needs to be. The reason I was going to suggest lager is it needs to be a session beer. It needs to be something you can drink like 6 of in one sitting. you
Right.
know?
See, I'm the opposite.
And
I wouldn't want to face it. I would want to sip on it and enjoy
sip
it
one, like, all
thoroughly.
night. Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like both options.
I
And
don't
if,
drink.
If lager's
so,
out the window, then maybe that might be the better option then.
Well, I'm thinking like I don't really drink and I don't enjoy drinking, but this is a very cool idea and I appreciate it mightily. I think maybe some kind of like Skyrim-esque mead could be good, like a honey mead or like some berry mead or some shit. I feel like that'd be
Have you ever
cool.
had a mead? It's pretty. I'm willing to try it. Every mead I've had's been like kind of gnarly though.
Yeah, but have you ever had a honey mead?
Have you ever had a
actually
Beef Boys honey mead?
I
Think about
absolutely have not.
What starts with a B? B.
Berries.
Beef Boys Bitter Brew Blackberry
Pilsner.
Blend.
Blackberry, blueberry.
Yeah,
blueberry.
make us a blueberry or black. I've
It's a
actually had a
Pilsner,
blueberry
but it's
based
like a
beer
Pilsner.
before, and that shit went crazy.
That'd be fire. Yeah, like a blueberry mead or some shit, or a blueberry
Wait, banana.
beer. That could go crazy.
Banana.
Ugh.
Banana.
Banana bitter.
I don't know about banana beer, but
I feel like
Yeah.
banana flavored
You
things
should
are
maybe
almost
kill yourself
always
over that one.
ass. I feel every
Yeah.
banana flavored thing I've had. If you use
unless it's like
actual
a
bananas-
real banana.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Or you know what I've been enjoying lately? Give it a mid strength, a nice mid beer, a nice a light beer, so that you
Like
can really
mid as
just
in, like,
throw
shitty,
back
like-
on a summer.
Like a
Summer's
PBR.
Give us Miller
like a
Lite.
two, like a 2 to 3%.
Put a different label on it.
Oh, okay.
Give me one I can drink 6 of and barely
Yeah.
feel it.
I think what Kudos is asking for is water.
I think pretty much.
But
But yeah, I also don't really drink much these days. I say,
Yeah.
despite having drunk for the last 2 weekends.
But yeah, thank you. Keep us updated on that. That's fucking
Yeah,
super
Beef
cool.
Boys Best
We're-
Bitters Blueberry Brew.
It just it
flows.
sounds like you can't go
It
wrong. Just
flows
make
off the
something that
tongue.
tastes good.
Yeah, make something that you
Make
think
something
we
that
taste
you
like.
love.
Yeah,
Yes, but at the end of the day,
And
at the
your
end of the day,
love
we do
will
this all for our
Make
fans.
us love.
Exactly.
And then
So if the
that
fans
love
are
will
happy,
trickle
we're happy.
through,
yeah.
and it all goes round
Yes.
and round. Doplex.
Give me a little kiss.
So
Yeah, let me see. So this one is from Riku, Kingdom Hearts reference, aka VR Fafa. I don't think we've ever answered one of their questions before, but they asked for all four beef men.
Worst shit.
Worst shit that happened to you at school. I can't remember if it was already asked in a previous episode. I have parasites in my brain. Us too, Riku.
I've
Well,
told mine before,
That's-
but it,
that's
I
not-
hope you get
that
that figured
parasite
out,
thing's
dude.
Probably not good.
Yeah.
Wait, what
yeah,
happened?
look at they're parasites. I have
So they have
parasites in
parasites in
the brain.
his
oh,
brain.
I thought you were
Awesome.
serious. Fuck you guys.
No, I was being serious,
Well, no,
dude.
I think he was serious.
yeah, I hope he gets better.
I feel
I
like
mean,
he
that's
was
just me,
already
but
there.
sorry,
You go
Riku.
swimming
James
in
doesn't
a-
want you to
in a
get better.
creek in some stagnant water. You stick your head under.
They might
the
be
water.
dead by the time we're answering this question.
That was
Fuck
good.
you guys.
That was a
Grudgy-ass
nice
fart.
it has
Wait,
some-
you're
some
hold
meat
on.
to
I'm
it.
on James's side. I actually genuinely don't know. Did you add the parasites part on, Dope?
No, he said that. He said that.
I don't think he's joking.
No, I think he is because he just.
Why would he not be joking?
That's like a
is
legitimate
wrong
thing
with
that
you?
happens to people. People get parasites.
I mean,
But
so
he's
you
you,
get-
Specifically saying he can't remember something, so he's making an excuse in a funny way.
I just like the thought of
Or-
him tagging that on at the end, though. Just like I have a crazy
I think I
brain
misheard.
disease.
You made me feel like
misheard.
like shit for farting on somebody who has brain parasites.
Can you imagine?
I
hey guys, I have
misheard the
a
part
brain
where he
eating
said he
amoeba.
forgot. I didn't hear the part where he said he forgot. I thought that was just like, you know how like commenters will be like, I'm not saying this guy did this, but you know sometimes people fucking ask a question just so they can tell their own crazy story.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
maybe he
yeah.
was doing that. Like, oh, what happened to you guys in high school? Anyway, here's my fucking.
I got a brain parasite.
You're gonna be able to
brain
beat.
parasite.
Yeah, I had to get my fucking brain taken.
Okay, that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense actually.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna go in our
Yeah.
Gen chat tomorrow and like when this episode comes out and just say the N word and be like, "Sorry, I have brain parasites."
Sorry, dude.
Kudo said it was okay.
Yeah,
I got the green
Call out.
light.
No,
it's got the green
good thing we
screen.
clarified.
Yeah.
Worst.
Yes.
I'm trying to think
But,
of the worst shit
fellas,
that's ever happened to me.
Worst.
I've told mine before, I'm pretty sure, but I can tell it again because there's nothing that will trump it.
Hit it.
hit it.
I was the girls come out from the locker room on one side of the gym for gym class. The boys come out from the other one, and at the front of the girls was a girl that I had a crush on for like 4 years, who was like one of my best friends, and I had been pantsing people the entire day or the entire like time in the locker room. And as we're walking out, this kid who I pantsed walks up behind me and pantses me, but goes too hard and grabs my drawers and my shorts and fully pantses me, and my whole dick and balls with a nice fat bush pops right out.
That exact same thing happened to me as a kid too. So I feel your pain, brother.
Yeah. It was
Like, almost bar
I think
for bar.
that's
apparently
why I
she
just-
didn't see it, and I didn't push it, but I think that she did see it. And it,
Yeah.
and it hurt.
Let's
so
just say
fucked up.
she would have had to
And-
get quite close to see it.
Well,
Let's just say I
that's
killed
the,
her, so
the,
she wouldn't
the
tell a
big
soul.
untamed bush makes anything look smaller.
Yeah, that's
that
an
is
L.
true.
Cutting your
That is
pubes
true.
makes your dick look.
And the
fucking
contrast of it, like,
Yeah.
drew everybody's attention. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh, what's that?
I'm
What's
gonna
that? Like
shave my
black
shit after this.
smidge in my peripheral that's surrounded by white pasty meat.
yeah.
What's that jelly bean covered in fur?
Stop it!
What's
It's my
that
wiener.
microscopic amoeba?
What's that acorn over there doing, hidden in a beautiful garden bush? I've also told mine. I told my story on when we climbed up a fucking hill in Alaska. But I'll tell again for the audience. I'll give the abbreviated version. I was going to see a girl I had a
remember this
crush on who
story.
wasn't allowed to
Yeah, I
come up to a
remember this.
party at ours. So we drove to her place, and I said to her friend, which is her window, because her friend was with us. She's like, it's that one there, and I was like, cool. There's a ladder that goes right up to it. So I climbed up the ladder, and it was her parents' room. And I said, you're facing like your crush's dad. Like we're not even dating. Like just her dad. Like
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh hey, and I was like, oh hey, I'll call her Stephanie. Is Stephanie in? And he was
Oh
like,
my
"She's in bed."
god.
And I said, okay, thank you, and I ran away.
Scooby-Doo.
That's so awesome.
And you know what the funniest thing is? As I was leaving, she was waiting for me at their front door.
Oh, are you serious?
If I'd been like 2 seconds later, she would have like caught me there.
Oh my god.
God,
dude.
the fact that you
Yeah, that man-
interfaced with him is crazy.
Well, like, what are you supposed
Yeah.
to like? It's weirder if you're like, because then you're like a criminal. You're like trying to break in, but at
Yeah.
least then it's like, oh no, this is just a dumb teenager.
I
Like,
probably
no,
would
Hey,
have
is your
kept saying,
daughter-
called on
oh,
me.
sorry, I thought this was my friend's house.
Is your daughter's pussy wet and throbbing for me, sir?
Then you better go catch it.
Isn't it funny? Like as a boy, right? You know, like I feel
As
like
a
most
bloke.
as a bloke, as a
lad.
fucking fellow, right? I feel like you're kind of predisposed to have a story like that where you get tossed out of a girl's house. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
Not
just
me.
like,
It's to happen once.
well, James, everybody.
I feel
loves
like
you,
me and
but-
Andrew, everybody loves all of us.
James,
I've never been tossed out of a woman's
Yeah, I've-
house before, but
tossed out like a DJ Jizzy.
I wasn't-
Jazz, whatever his
I-
name
we've
is.
had you
didn't
sell
have
and tossed out of girls.
too
house,
much to get up
the
to
day.
because I was of the Lord.
If
Their
you
friends
fuck
always
my
like
daughter,
me.
I gotta see what you're working with now. Spread the cheeks.
Now spread them shits.
Anyway, worst thing that happened in school. I feel like, I mean,
You have
as
a
you fellas
laundry
know,
list, brother.
I was a pretty troubled youth, so I feel like a lot of the bad shit that happened to me was kind of just like another Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm trying
You
to
almost
think of like,
dying from overdosing is probably about as bad as
Yeah.
I can think.
yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think of one I haven't told. I mean, I guess. Did I ever tell you guys the time I like ruined a friendship between 3 girls?
Proceed.
No, but you're about to.
Because my dick was so fire.
No, so all right, so
They all
I
couldn't be
dated,
friends anymore after sleeping with me. They all wanted
me so hard.
All they could ever talk about was how fucking good my penis was at having sex, and it ruined their friendship.
So, for the record, this was middle school. This is before I've ever even seen a poussey. But
What about
so I dated this girl who cheated on me with like 3 dudes all at once, which was like
What is cheating in middle school?
Yeah.
Us being at a party and her going into the parents' car to like make out with 3 guys.
R.I.P.
Okay, yeah, no, that's
really awkward
that's
for the other 2 guys who aren't getting made out with.
I'd start
that's
fucking
like the
stabbing
hardest
people.
you can get cheated on in middle school.
Well,
I'd
here's
Not even the
Here's-
guys
I
who
get
did it. I
confused
just
and
start
start jerking the other
stabbing
guy off.
everybody.
Yeah, well, here's the extra layer, right? So she was a black girl, right? And I was like,
All right.
Of course.
I had.
Wow, that's
Well, no, hold on. I'll tell you. Let me get to that. So
Get to what?
I had
The
this like.
racism part.
Well, hold on. I can bring this around.
We're
I can bring this
juggling
around.
picks off the edge of the stage.
I can land this plane.
I can land it. All right. So she was a black girl, right?
Right.
And I, being not a black man, I was black boy.
Really?
The way
I
you
was
talk.
I was very insecure. I'm like, oh, like I can't believe like she's with me because I'm not.
My
black.
penis is so small.
I can't even say the word.
Well, here's the thing: when she cheated on me
Oh,
in
no.
that car,
I called
I
her the
can
N-word.
say the word.
it was with 3 black guys. So she was in the
Oh,
car making
fuck.
it with 3 black guys,
Your
and
worst
me
fear.
like a little Mexican boy. I'm like, I'm not gonna be like,
Your
no,
worst
that's my
fear.
black girl. You heads off her. Like I was like, well, I guess
You
that's,
scallywags.
That's my ebony queen.
You stole her from me.
Unhand her.
He's just getting like tripled up on in a rocking car that out dope place is out in the rain, just watching and like
Should have been me. I should have been 3 black boys.
Her favorite food is quesadillas, not fried chicken.
all 4 of them whip around at you. I mean, wait a minute.
A fried chicken quesadilla honestly sounds like the tastiest thing.
Hey,
Good luck.
KFC has a
Good luck, good
quesadilla
luck.
now.
that's true. Yeah.
Kentucky
They
They
Fried
put gravy in
Quesadilla.
it, and I heard it's disgusting, but
Do they call it the KFC-dia? Because they should.
I don't know. I don't know. They should though.
That
Yeah.
would work. Yeah.
KFC-dia.
Yeah.
It's also not fried chicken cut up in it. It's just like slivered chicken
Grilled.
that you get out of a can.
It's boiled chicken.
It literally is.
Kentucky
Yeah.
boiled chicken.
Now that's a business.
Another reality where
KBC.
humans like boiled, like chewy foods more than crunchy foods. There's
Yeah.
a fucking Kentucky boiled chicken. And
Welcome
they've
to
just got
Kentucky
huge
Boiled Burgers.
Oh, that makes my
huge
stomach hurt.
bowls and the huge pots in the back with just 10 chickens fucking stewing at any one time.
And they never change out the water, so the water is just like
Yeah.
Our 5 secret spices are dirty water, and more dirty water. That's only 3.
It's the New
Our
York dirty
secret
water chicken.
spices are salt and oregano.
And that's it.
dirty dishwater.
Like every college student who's just learning how to cook.
You'll like this one.
You're like this, but check this out. Salt, oregano, and paprika. Whoa.
Whoa.
Watch out, Anthony Bourdain.
No, for real, watch out. You're going to die.
For real.
Wait, no.
Oh,
Too late.
Shout out.
I feel like
R.I.P.
I've also told this, but it's legitimately the only thing I
didn't
can
even get
think
to
of.
finish
Wait,
my
yeah, I was
story.
going to say,
wait, I was
what
about to-
happened?
yeah,
No,
where
Bricks,
did this
what
go?
happened?
Yeah, so after my Ebony Queen cheated on me with the Ebony Kings, I was so
After
she
my
was part
Ebony
of
Queen
this-
fled to Wakanda. I was going to say Uganda.
She got Wakanda forever.
So I don't know what. I think it was just me being like, a little fucking 12-year-old pest, and me just like being so angry at the world. I was trying to think of like, how can I get back at her, right? So she had 2 best friends in the whole fucking world, right? Like they would do everything together. So I'm like, all right, I know exactly what I must do. So I dated her best friend, right? I fucking wiggled my way in there to like date her, and then I broke up with
Nice,
her.
dude.
And then I went to the 3rd best friend, dated her, and broke up with her. And then they all just like fucking hated each other.
So wait a minute, we were right. It
For
really
life,
was
like, they
your
never talked
penis that
again.
ruined the entire friendship.
I mean, we never we at the most we did was like little tiny stupid 12-year-old pecs.
I
that
mean,
was
it
enough
doesn't.
to-
I
Well,
mean,
that's
just
not what the Ebony Queen did. But
Yeah.
that's what you did.
Oh, you
Yeah.
still just do tiny pics.
That's all I do.
Yeah.
That's all you've got.
I'm celibate. Have been for years.
I got. I just give Sabrina my little tiny 2-inch peck.
There's something funny about watching
It's
like a
videos
woodpecker.
of like fucking feverishly making out. They're just
You're so hot.
just get a girl's getting her ass blown out by like 5
Oh, I
guys. and
hate
she's
that.
Yeah. But then you watch like a jab, and then they're like licking
Doing
each
little
other's
grandma kisses.
eyeballs and shit.
Dude, isn't it crazy that like, bro, those Asian motherfuckers be kissing different.
They do be kissing different.
They be like,
they be
They've got two
it'd be
mouths.
like all like gums and tongue for them.
Yeah,
There's not a
they
lot
be
of
chewing
lip.
on each other's teeth. Like they be
Yeah.
getting into the molars and shit. Just like,
I know. Oh,
Inspect.
why they do that?
I see your dentist works pretty hard.
You imagine if like they started like shitting on each other's eyes or something, or like what? How could you advance that? You know, like
What? Like,
like limit
Yo,
the
imagine-
use on your hand.
Imagine if people put boogers in each other's assholes and ate them.
Dude, imagine
Bro, what?
imagine like you fucking shit and like they ate it. It'd be so fucking gross, dude.
gross,
It'd be so
dude.
fucking nasty, and then they had sex with the poo poo.
Why are people different
Hey,
than
Andrew,
me?
what was your
That's
story?
like a moist critical joke. Yeah, Andrew. What?
This is worse than the time when the fucking
When the Asian
video
people
were
are
shitting
pooped in each other's eyes.
Anyway, that's about it. See ya.
See ya.
anyway, that's Beef Boys this week. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.